Hi everyone, welcome to Football Hub, and it's a guy again, Dominion. And I'm here today to give you the match preview of the biggest competition in world of football, the Champions League. And tonight at 8 p.m. exactly is the final between Inter Milan and PSG. Now, over the past 2 weeks, we have seen the other two finals in the Europa League and the Conference League being played, and dogs were being broken, and also history was being made when Tottenham won their first trophy in 17 years. Yet, so it was a very, very historic moment for them that gave them a kind of, great ending to a very, very bad season, actually. And Chelsea made history by becoming the first team in all of Europe to win all European competitions, including the Champions League, the Conference League, and the Europa League. And also, they are going in for the Champions League next season. And now, the big one, the grand finale, the biggest European competition in the world, the Champions League, will play today when Inter battle against PSG for the top honors. Now, these two teams has played in a final in the last 5 years when Inter played against Man City but failed to beat Man City, and eventually Man City went on to win an historic treble for themselves. And also, when PSG faced Bayern Munich in 2021, and also they failed to beat Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich under Hans Flick then also went on to win an historic treble. And both of these guys has the opportunities to make sure they, one of them, will take the Champions League back home. And I don't look at the stats, the preview, and everything. And right now, I'll be giving you the previews and the stats towards this match. The first thing I want to talk about right now is that Inter Milan over the campaign has been nothing short but phenomenal. Over the group stage campaign, when they played the newly formatted league table for the Champions League, they conceded only one goal, having a solid defensive capability that propelled them to the top eight of the Euro Champions League. Hence, they didn't get to play the round 32, they waited to round 16. But PSG, on the other hand, it was a different story entirely. PSG lost the likes of Arsenal and so other team that they had to play the playoffs to stand the chance of entering in round of 16 of the Champions League. And if you look at this team, it's like such a shame because 6 months ago in August, PSG were nothing to write home about. They lost their star man, Kylian Mbappe. Luis Enrique had a huge job in hand to try and make this team be a team that can actually compete. And fast forward 6 months later, PSG has done exactly that. Prior to this match, they have won the League Cup and they also won their league in League One. Coming to Inter Milan season has have a mixed season to say. They lost the title to Napoli, but it could be said that it was them who surrendered the title. Going to match week 30, they had over 5 points gap over Napoli, and they were primed to actually win the Scudetto. But capitulation over the past few weeks or so make them concede the title to Napoli. And they also lost the Super Cup Coppa Italia against AC Milan when they went forward, shooting down, and AC Milan staged back an historic comeback to win a Coppa Italia. And right now, Inter Milan have only one chance left to win a trophy this season. For the first time in 4 years, Inter Milan has not won either the Scudetto, the Super Cup, or the Coppa Italia, but they desperately need to make season a success by winning the Champions League. Over this Champions League format, we have seen two star players for PSG, and I would dare say 3 or 4 for Inter Milan. I want to go to the star player that has actually lit up PSG charge towards this championship glory. And number one name is the obvious name. the best player in League One, the man himself, Ousmane Dembele. When Kylian Mbappe left last year to Real Madrid, it was much wonder who will actually take the mantle for PSG and become that focal point. Although PSG wanted to become a team-oriented club instead of a star-oriented club, but nevertheless, they need that kind of leader, that kind of person that can project this new team forward. And Ousmane Dembele was up to the task. This guy won the Golden Boots for League One, and he also has contributed over 13 goals in the Champions League. This is by far his career best numbers ever, and he's doing at the right time at the right moment. And he's also in a huge shout out for for the Ballon d'Or conversation. Two 2 months ago, it was obviously the main man, Mohamed Salah. The guy was on course to break several records in the Premier League, tried to take and Liverpool to the Champions League final and stuff like that. But right now, Ousmane Dembele, if he wins the Champions League, might actually have the biggest and most assured chance of actually claiming the Ballon d'Or. And he become the first France player to win the Ballon d'Or since Karim Benzema and claim it before Kylian Mbappe, who actually went to Real Madrid to win the Champions League and possibly win the Ballon d'Or. How great a story would that be? A guy who came to Barcelona with a lot of promise, but injuries and other match fitness related issue derailed him. But right now, he has the chance to make history by becoming the player to give Paris Saint-Germain their first ever Champions League. They have had near misses when they played the star forward with Messi, with Mbappe and Neymar in 2021, trying to win the Champions League. But right now, with this team, they actually have more chance of winning the Champions League than they did 4 years ago. So once again, with Usman Dembele step up as he has always done this season and actually try and propel PSG championship glory. Another I want to talk about for PSG is number 7, Kivisha Kvaratskhelia. This guy is arguably the reason why PSG right now are doing what they are doing. 6 months ago, when PSG was playing the group stage of the Champions League, the attacking focus was not really as cohesive as it is now. And because of why, they, they all relied heavily on Ousmane Dembele. And sometimes Dembele then was having match fitness related issues. And during the January transfer window, Luis Enrique did one of the best transfer decision in the current 21st century by getting Kimisha Kvaratskhelia, a player who is actually known to perform on the big stages, a player who has won the Scudetto with Napoli, a player who is very much used to the big moments. And Kimisha Kvaratskhelia, ever since he came to PSG, he has been the one transforming PSG. Although Ousmane Dembele has the one taking the headline with his goals and performances, Chiquita Kvaratskhelia is the reason why the attacking phase of PSG is so perfect. His transition in play, his switch up play, his through balls, his pacing dribbling, and other factors contributes to PSG's success today. And once again, he'll be very, very key against Inter Milan to win this Champions League for PSG. And this is very, very important for PSG because right now, Inter Milan defense are actually one of the best defense in this current campaign. They are conceding 7 goals in total in how many matches in the Champions. So they are very, very defensively assured. And with the lack of Kivicius Kvaratskhelia and Ousmane Dembele on both flanks, my brother, PSG really have a sure shot of winning the Champions League. Now I'm going to come to the Inter Milan side. A team who has been exceptional all through the season, a team who have been playing with spirit, passion, and grit against Barcelona. in the 89th minute, it was very, very clear that perhaps Barcelona's skill and dream has spoiled the dream of Inter Milan going to the Champions League final. But in 95th minute, it all changed, and Inter Milan came out with an historic 4-2 win over Barcelona and a 7-6 aggregate win over Barcelona to come the Champions League final. And the key reason for that is their attacking forward with the dynamic duo of Lautaro Martinez and Marcos Thuram. Lautaro Martinez in 48 games has scored 22 goals and 6 assists, and while Marcus Thuram in 42 games has scored 19 goals and has given out 9 assists. These two players has been very, very key in Inter Milan push for Champions League known. And once again, the way they complement themselves, the switch of play, a dropping back, the creating of space, will cause a lot of issue for the PSG defenders. And may I also add this guy, Denzel Dumfries, the guy who actually had over 4 goals contribution against Barcelona in the semi-final. Should we talk about his bicycle kick, his assist, the way he played the game from the wing, person there. Dumfries is very, very key to Inter Milan actually having a shot to win the Champions League this season. And this is very, very dynamic because Simone Inzaghi 3-5-2 formation has over the years evolved. Back then, when we were playing the 3-5-2 formation, Dumfries was just a point right back or a wing back, but now he has evolved to even coming and cutting into the midfield, and he has brought a new levels and areas of his game. He might actually be the best right back in the Champions League this season. His numbers has been astonishing. His attacking matrix has been off the charts, and it's very key for Inter Milan to actually have a shot at the Champions League this night at 8 p.m. And I want to look at the way the team is set up. Against Arsenal, PSG actually won the midfield battle. I mean, yeah, they won the midfield battle. And Arsenal, Arsenal is a team that they pride themselves with world-class midfielders mm, what's it called? Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, and Martin Odegaard. And the likes of Vitinha, João Neves, and Fabian Ruiz has actually been the reason why the transitional play of PSG has been so effective. And it showed very clearly against the Arsenal over the 2 legs of the semi-final of the Champions League. And this is very, very key for them. Because right now, in the 3-5-2 formation against Inter Milan, a lot of the battles will be actually in the midfield. And it is up for these three guys to actually show that mettle that we showing over the season of the Champions League one last time and might actually push PSG to win the Champions League. And coming to Inter Milan midfield, they are also well packed with the like of Mkhitaryan, Akan Kananugu, and the rest of them, Nicola Balera, David Fratesi. Inter midfield have one thing that most midfield in the world doesn't have: energy, extreme energy. The technicality has been there, and to me, Akan Kananugu has been one of the most underrated midfielder for the past 3 years. I mean, what this guy has been doing for Inter Milan has been nothing short of awesome. Coming back from playing the 10 to playing the 8 as a deep line playmaker, Kananugu has evolved his reach to the next level, making sure the transition and the counter attack for Inter Milan is always perfect. Knows ball that Inter Milan used to attack comes through him, and his ability to switch the ball back to the left or the right of the attacking phase of Inter Milan will actually be key for them again tonight by 8 p.m. against PSG. And right now, I want to give you my combined team of the Champions League final, which includes PSG and Inter Milan. Number one, the goalkeeper. Over the past couple of matches, Donnarumma has been actually been impressive for PSG, and most especially against Arsenal. His saves against Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard's strike was so awesome. Was the main reason why Arsenal couldn't even beat PSG at their home in second leg. But I want to give Jan Sommer a shout out because he has been actually been very impressive. This 36-year-old Switzerland goalkeeper has been noted for phenomenon, and he is the reason why Inter Milan backline has been so solid. It's ability to clean crosses, the ability to take the backline has been so exceptional, and his ball playing abilities also is very, very underrated. But Donnarumma just get the slightest edge over their Sommer as the number one goalkeeper in the combined level. I want to come to the right back. My my combined level will be 4-3-3. So the right back will be Desmond Dumfries. I want to can you say anything about that because the guy is actually to me the best right back in the world right now. What this guy is doing, I don't know, multi shots, crazy, physically powerful, technically oriented, his ball playing abilities, the way he lays out assists, the way he reads the game is nothing short but amazing. And once again, in this combined level, doesn't don't face at the right back will actually do wonders for the team. My center back pair is Marquinhos and Bastoni. Yeah, Bastoni has been very, 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 very good over the past few years. And I think this year especially bought him move from in limelight. And who knows, he might actually leave Inter Milan because I'm hearing that some suitors who are actually gunning for Bastoni, and that just shows how good he is for Inter. And Marquinhos, the captain, the leader, he has been essentially for PSG, and he gets a nod in my combined level. My left back will be Nuno Mendes, the guy who locked down Salah, yes, who locked down Bukayo Saka. And who knows, he might actually lock down Dylan Dumfries. Nuno Mendes has evolved his game to the next level this season, becoming an all-rounded fullback. Attacking wise, he's good. Defensive wise, he's also good. St. Dumfries might be the reason why why this back four might actually thrive. And my DM, hmm, a lot of good names though, but I will give this to Akan Kanalogo. The reason I'm giving Akan Kanalogo is that because of, as I said earlier, he's one of the most underrated deep line playmaker, and I just can't. And he has taken his game to the next level, being defensive oriented and also dictating the pace of the football match. And having him there is a bonus to any team. And this guy, I kid you not, can play for any team in the world and he will not miss a beat. My my center midfielder will be Vitinha and Fabian Ruiz. Vitinha this season has been very good, and Fabian Ruiz, the strike against Arsenal, man, that was what you call a Puskas goal of the season. That was a beautiful strike. Keep Wire had no chance against on strike. And Fabian Ruiz has, and that has solidified Fabian Ruiz for the past 2 years. Last year he won the Euro, and he was very key for that Euro side. And this year, he has taken that performance from the Euros to PSG and has been very key for them in all of their matches. Fabian Ruiz and Bettina with Kanalogu is the best midfield trio in my combining them. Now for my wingers and my attackers. On the right wing, I put forward Usman Dembele. I really don't need to say much about this guy. What he has done over the season just speaks for himself, doesn't it? And it will be very key for PSG in this Champions League for success for them. And my left wing will be Kevisha Cavastelia. Once again, the reason why PSG has been so smooth in the attacking phase. This guy is the one. And it really hurts me as an Arsenal fan that he's not actually in Arsenal, but well, as a fan of his, I'm really happy for him, and I really think he's going to be key for PSG once again for the Champions League final. And my striker is Lautaro Martinez. This guy over the past 4 years has been so consistent, and his ability to complement every other player has been astonishing. This guy has played with like of Romelu Lukaku, Marco Anatovic, and even Marcus Thuram, and he has not missed a beat. The way he plays, he has changed everything for Inter Milan. Once again, he is the best striker to lead this combined level. So these are my so these are my current level for the match again, for the Champions League final match, and I really, really, really can't wait for the match to start. And prediction for the match, I gave it a 2-1 win for Inter. Why am I saying that? I always feel like Inter going to get that goal. I want to get that goal in the first time. I really see it very difficult for PSG, but who knows? This is the final, anything can happen. But for me personally, I see a 2-1 for Inter. Whatever happens tonight, one thing is guaranteed. Entertainment galore and headline will be shown tonight. My name is Dominion, and it's not for me this coming days and stuff. I know I've been in a short break or a long break for a while, but right now we are back in full force and we'll be giving you daily entertainment daily. So stay tuned and stay blessed. God bless.